Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is Rabid World, #1 from Scout Comics. I really liked this first issue. I'm a fan of zombie stories, and this is kind of right there with that. Slight twist on the genre. More focused on, like, rabies than, like, a zombie virus, but it's very much in line of, like, 20 Days Later. It's kind of that the rage virus that they called it for that. Similar concept. It's not too different at all. I loved it. Like, I really liked the presentation. I liked the way it was laid out. And I love the art. The art's really kind of fascinating. So it's written by Todd Cinani. Artist is Oleg Okunev. Lettering by Gattoni. So it was a thing I think is kind of funny about this. It takes place on the eastern shore of Maryland, which is not too far from where I live. So it's kind of funny reading this comic and being like, I know that location. I know generally that location. Like, I kind of know where this comic is taking place. And me reading it, I'll see the most unrealistic thing about the comic is the fact that there's no traffic in the DMV area, the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. That's, like, definitely the most unrealistic thing, especially during a zombie apocalypse. Dude, 95 is going to be a parking lot, and George Washington Parkway is going to be a parking lot. The fact there's, like, no cars is utter bullshit. Again, that's the most unrealistic thing about the comic that involves zombies. But it's a cool comic. So it really focuses on these two couples. Of course, one couple is the husband is the expert on viruses and, like, rabies and exactly what's going on, and then the wife is an expert in, I think it was, like, animal behavior or something like that. She works for, like, a nonprofit, and then they have friends that are couples that they're just friends with, and it of course follows the husband and the wife, who's, like, the medical experts on this, are getting called in to having to deal with this outbreak, and then them calling their friends and being like, no, get on your boat, go to survive, stuff like that. So it's kind of this dual story after a while of these two couples trying to survive a zombie outbreak, and up to that point, like, it's really well done. There is nothing original about the comic, though. I'll be the first to admit. The way it's laid out, the story, the progression, even some of the scenes, we've seen it all before. But at the same time, this is just done really well. And the progression's really well, and the pacing's really well, and I really dig the art. So I'm willing to overlook the unoriginality of the debut because it's just well done. And you're gonna look at me and be like, seriously? But yeah, it's still entertaining, and how it's all presented is just solid. It's good and well worth checking out if you're a zombie fan. And I have a feeling if you're a fan of the genre, you will also, like me, be like, I kind of seen this before, which is totally cool and understandable. But the art is, I think, fascinating to me. So it's done in this, like, black and white-ish thing, but color every so often. Not a lot of color, but there's just, like, a dash of red, a dash of blue, and I don't quite know how to describe the coloring. You can see this is, like, the initial outbreak, and of course that person gets taken to the hospital, and they're like, we don't know what's going on. We get to see Annapolis, Maryland, which I've been to Annapolis a few times. It's cool in this art style. Like, I don't quite know how to describe that style. I dig it. I really kind of dig it. So if you are a fan of the zombie genre, check this out. I think it's well worth getting. And again, I think you're going to sit there like me and be like, it doesn't feel original enough, but I still think the setup is really solid. Like, hopefully from here we get some originality, and it goes in directions that are unexpected. Up to this point, it's fairly predictable as to where things go, but it's just, again, done so well that it didn't bother me. I still felt sucked in, and the art especially, like, I thought was really cool. So overall, I'm happy with it. I think this is a cool comic. I can't wait to read the second issue and see where the series goes. So out now in comic shops, you can go get it. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code to tell if a shop's near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some affiliate links. There are affiliate links, so we get a small percentage of that. By doing that, you help support our site. Not all the links will be affiliates, and with Scout, it kind of gets a little iffy. Speaking of which, I want to appreciate and say thank you for you watching these videos. Just doing that, you help support our site. If you want Scout Comics, the best way of getting it is the Scout box that comes out every single month. You know, we subscribe to that, and that's how we get our nice physical review copies. Scout's also nice enough to send us digital reviews, so there's already been a digital review or written review of this on our site at graphicpolicy.com. If you want the latest Scout news, comic news in general, graphicpolicy.com. Every day, almost I think every hour, we have something for you to check out, if not more. If you want to follow us on social media, you can find us on here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.